Hey, hello, hi, welcome everybody back to a new video, and today we're gonna be playing Sonic Mania on our 3DS. You know, it's kind of crazy to me how they haven't actually officially ported Sonic Mania onto the 3DS yet. If you look at some articles and stuff like that, it mentions that Sonic Mania was supposed to officially be on the 3DS, but I guess since, you know, the 3DS is pretty old, there really is no point. I guess it makes sense as to why they didn't port it, but not that long ago there was a whole decompilation of the entire game. So with that, there's been ports of it to the Vita and of course the 3DS. I'll be reviewing that Vita one soon, but for now we're going to be doing the 3DS version. I'm going to be installing it with you guys on this video. So what we want to do first is actually make sure we have our 3DS powered off, take our SD card out of our 3DS, go and plug it into our computer. Alrighty, so here we are on our computer, and what we want to go and do first is you want to go over to the first link in the description, and it should take you to this GBA temp site. If you watch the rest of the port videos, you would see that there's kind of a pattern going on. But anyways, if we go and look over the sort of information on stuff, it'll tell you guys that you need an official port of the Sonic Mania PC. So I'm not going to be showing you guys how to get that if you don't have the PC version of Sonic Mania, but I already got the file myself because I actually do own it on PC. And so what we want to do is actually just go over to the GitHub link, and we want to go over to releases, and we'll just go down and install the Sonic Mania CIA. We'll just leave it onto our downloads folder. As you can see, we have the Sonic Mania CIA. And this specific file right here, data.rsdk, I was saying that you guys needed to go and obtain it if you guys have the Sonic Mania port of the PC. I have it because I got it on the Epic Games launcher. Now that you guys have these two files, what we want to do is actually go and open up our 3DS's SD card. And here it is, we have our 3DS's SD card. And what we want to do is go over to CIAs and actually drag and drop the CIA for Sonic Mania. And just like that. And what we want to do is actually go back to the root, and then we want to go over to 3DS. And so just open that file up, and then we'll right click and make a new folder, and then we'll just name it Sonic Mania. Just like so. Make sure you don't have any spaces, and the Sonic and Mania are caps in the first letters. So once you have that folder created, you want to double click that and take the data.rsdk and drag it and drop it onto our Sonic Mania folder. It is a pretty beefy file, being almost 200 megabytes. So you want to just wait for that. Alrighty, so now that we have that, you're pretty much good to go. And what we want to do next is actually just go ahead and take out our SD card from our computer and put it back inside of our console. Alrighty, so now that we're on our 3DS, what we can go and do next is go and launch up FBI. And then we want to go over to SD, CIAs, and let's just go and look for our Sonic Mania port just right there. Go and install and delete CIA. And there we go. Once it's done downloading, we just press OK. And then we can go and press B, and then we can just go back and then go back to our home menu, and we can see the CIA is just created right there. So we can go and install and press OK, and we could just go and unwrap it. So we can go and just launch this up, and it did say that there is some longer loading times, so you just want to sit here and be patient for a bit. And there we go. We can see it has a little Sega jingle. It did take me about like 30 seconds to a minute for the game to actually load up, so you just want to be patient, don't panic, and just let it do its thing. And there we go. You can see the thing is running at pretty much 60 frames per second, incredibly smooth. So we can just go and press any button, and like I said, the load times on this are pretty lengthy. You do want to be patient. This is on the new 3DS too. It won't even work on the old 3DS. The GBA temp site did say something about there being a old 3DS method coming soon. But for now, this is going to be a new 3DS exclusive. And even on a new 3DS, the freaking times are crazy. But I never actually played Sonic Mania. I got it for free when they had it on the Epic Games Store for a bit. But we could just go and press Mania mode. Let it load for a bit. It's honestly pretty insane how like crisp the graphics look. Like, I don't know, everything is just so pixel perfect. It looks so nice. The sound, there's no clipping or anything to be heard. It's really insane how nice this plays actually. Usually the rest of the 3DS ports that I've mentioned so far have some sort of like issue with actually playing the game. But this is crazy perfect. Like, the graphics look good. There's no issues with the sound clipping or anything like that. No hiccups, no graphical errors, nothing like that. It's insane. I think the only downside to playing this on the new 3DS would be the load times, because it is pretty like crazy. Okay, so here we are on the little 3D portion. I think there is some sort of like hiccups. I think this is probably running at like 30 frames or something. But honestly, I think this is somewhat playable. I think this will probably only struggle in the 3D parts of the game, of course, since it is a bit more like a bit more demanding. But I think it's playable. And I know that most of the game is like just the 2D portion anyway, so it really shouldn't be that much of a problem. This port is pretty playable. I could probably go and sit through a couple days playing this just like this. So yeah, there we have it, Sonic Mania on the new 3DS. And take a look at the other videos I made on a GTA 3, Friday Night Funkin', and Five Nights at Freddy's. So that's pretty much it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.